Welcome to Central New York Real Estate Realities with Mike. This channel provides a series of brief Central New York real estate topics. I'm Mike Lipke, Associate Broker with Howard Hanna. This is my first episode 1, where we're going to provide some answers to the question, can you sell a home in winter? Before we get into that topic, I just want to mention that my plans include releasing a series of short videos on topics of interest for Central New York home sellers, home buyers, and homeowners. I hope you'll join me on this journey. Well, now to the topic at hand. Can you sell a home in the winter? Well, the short answer obviously is yes. But before making any decision, it's always best to use, I believe they call it the Ben Franklin method, where you take a sheet of paper and you divide it in half, and you put your pros on one side, cons on the other, and then you try to make a decision based on, where your advantage lies. Well, we're going to do that a little bit here. I'm going to start with the cons first, or the disadvantage. The obvious disadvantages of listing in the winter are, the unpredictability with the weather, the inconvenience of the weather, and if you're going to list in and around the holiday times, like we are right now between Thanksgiving and Christmas, then there are a lot of demands on our time. It's very, very inconvenient. That's probably why we don't have a lot of listings during the winter months. This is what we call our off-peak market season. But when we start looking at some of the advantages, you might want to consider that listing in the winter months, or in more general terms, the off-peak season, might be what we might call a tactical advantage, because of some of these advantages we're going to go over now. Well, first of all, there are less listings, less competition in the winter months. That's pretty obvious. And a home is never going to get the number of looks and the interest as it will when it's first listed. This time of year, a lot of the listings are holdovers. They've been picked over. They didn't sell during the main part of the season, and they're getting ready to expire near the end of the year, and people have already passed them by. So when a new listing comes on the market at this time of year, buyers that are out there are going to jump on that. And another reason for a favorable advantage is that because there are fewer listings, maybe your home isn't quite up to snuff, doesn't really compete with some of the other homes that are on the market during the peak part of the season. Everything's relative. So might you just get a better look from buyers at this time of year. Okay, so now the obvious response I think I hear people saying are that, during the winter there's a lot fewer buyers too. Yeah, well, that's true. There are going to be fewer buyers, but these buyers are going to be motivated. Let's face it, who wants to traipse around in the snow and deal with all the weather issues and that type of thing, unless there's really a need there. So the buyers that are out there are going to be quality buyers. They're going to be motivated, and they're going to be quicker to make decisions and commitments. And you could also expect them to try to expedite the closing process and to have things move along more quickly. One other curious feature is that were you aware that January is the biggest corporate move month? And when people are transferring or moving to different areas within their company in order to tap into that pool of buyers, your home obviously has to be listed. Okay, I want to keep these videos short, so I'm not going to spend a lot more time here. I've got one more topic to mention to you, but I do have a more detailed treatment of this topic on a blog article on my personal website. I'm going to leave the link below this video in the description box, so feel free to check out those details to go along with this video. One word of caution. If you, first of all, if you want to consider whether you do have a tactical advantage of listing in the off-peak winter months, check with your realtor. If you don't have a realtor, I'm available. Secondly, if you do decide to list during the winter months, during the off-peak season, make sure your realtor is going to be here in Central New York. A lot of realtors take time off during the off-peak season and spend time where it's warmer. I can't blame them, but I'm going to be here, so I have no plans to go to Florida. So if I can help you, I'd be more than happy. Please give me a call. All right, well, thanks for joining me on this first episode of Central New York Real Estate Realities with Mike, and I hope to see you here again soon. Thank you for joining me for this episode of Central New York Real Estate Realities with Mike. If you enjoyed this episode, please give me a like and or share it with your friends. Let's stay connected. Hit the subscribe button so you'll be notified of future episodes as I release them. Look for me on these other social media sites as well. Remember, when it comes time for you, someone in your family, or a friend, neighbor, or coworker to sell or buy a home, call me for the personalized attention and professional service you deserve. Thank you. All the best. See you next time.